Tennessee Titans Weekly, we can't read a rock, but being the best podcast with Huff and Jock. We cover the Titans early in the morning or later, with everything you need, spitting facts and on paper. From the Music City, born and raised, we reppin'. The city and the state of Tennessee, we steppin'. Our fans enjoy, they say they'll enlighten us. Let's go Titans fans and tighten up. Welcome to your favorite Tennessee Titans podcast. We're here to be the best and never last. Huff and Jock, what's the plot? To make the Super Bowl, or can we win or not? Welcome to your favorite Tennessee Titans podcast. We give you news and perspectives and do it fast. When you see our shows, tell us what's up. Let's get this win and go home and tighten up.
Welcome to your favorite Tennessee Titans podcast, Tennessee Titans Weekly. Jacques. What's up, folks? What is going on? What is happening? I hope everyone is doing well. Jacques.
Yes, sir.
We have a lot to cover today, bro. Man.
Yep.
A
lot to talk about, man.
Yeah.
A lot to talk about, dog.
Yep. So want to give a shout out to everybody. We've already had people in the comments already before the show started. We'll give a shout out to y'all.
Yes, sir. I think it's with Michael Rice. He's been in there. What is that? Jakeon. What up, brother?
Jakeon, what's up?
We got Bethany in here.
What's up, Bethany? What's happening?
And we got Toya in here as well.
Okay. All right. What's up, y'all? What is good? What is up, y'all? What's up? Hey, once again, as always, we appreciate everybody in the chat, man, and everybody watching the show as well. So if this is your first time watching us, man, listen, we are the official Tennessee Titans podcast for Bleacher Report. We have shows every day. Download the app, Bleacher Report, follow the Tennessee Titans. You'll see us on there, as well as here on YouTube, Tennessee Titans Weekly. Follow us, subscribe to us. If you have not done that, shame on you. Add us to your subscription list. And also as well, we're on TikTok. We're on Instagram. We are everywhere, y'all. So, Jacques.
Yes, sir.
Titans, y'all. What's going on, y'all? What up, y'all? Titans South, what's good? What's up?
In the building.
Yes, sir. What's good? What's happening, y'all? All right. So
I'm gonna kick us off. I'm gonna kick us off.
Yes, sir.
So, with all the signings that we did in free agency, give us your overall thoughts so far of how you feeling, and just overall thoughts. Go ahead, man. Talk to us.
So this is what I'm looking at, man. So I'm going to show you all at least what, the grades that folks have given us, many grades out there overall per player. I'm going to break that down. I'm going to actually share my screen first, and then we're going to break down, what we think overall on our end as far as what we feel the Tennessee Titans have done. So I'm going to add this to the stage. All right. So this is on Bleacher Report. I'm trying to add that solo screen. There it is. Is that it? Yeah. All right. So this is on Bleacher Report. Again, follow us there. So we're going to go day one. That's when we did our most damage as far as signing players and things. So on Bleacher Report, it shows that Wan'Dale Robinson, as far as signing him to a 4-year, $70 million contract, they actually gave that a grade of a C. Right now, as far as that is a grade. And I've looked at others as well. I've seen a mix between a B and a C. That's what at least Bleacher Report has right now. They're basically saying he's a great receiver, $70 million for an undersized receiver, as to why they gave that grade. Let me see another Titan player. I wish they had it set up where you can pull all the players at one time. No worries. All right. Next, John Franklin, humongous pickup here. They gave this a B+. 3 years, $63 million, 6'4", 288. This guy here has played with the Rams, the Jets, and the Broncos. This guy has been incredible since he's been there. He's going to go back under Robert Saleh with the Jets. So Bleacher Report gave him a B+ in this signing. You look at Alontae Taylor, the starting corner for the New Orleans Saints. They gave this a C+, a 3 year, $60 million. This guy here, Alontae Taylor, is a guy that did have a very good season last year. 27. He'll be 27 years old. He's 6'1", 199. They said he's a good young starting caliber corner. And he ranked 30th in net yards per pass attempt. Maybe why they're saying that, but this guy here is a definite competitor. So let's look at somebody else. We have Mitchell Trubisky. They gave that a C as far as a backup. Let's see. Let's see here. All right, I think that's all they have on here as far as that. They don't have Flot on here. I wanted to see if they had Flot. No worries. No worries. Okay. So that's just one avenue of, a particular grade or whatever. So I'll tell y'all this, man. When I look at the team as far as the players that we signed, when I look at Jermaine Johnson, look at a guy here that is a pass rusher. This guy is a former Pro Bowler, dog. When I look at Cordell Flott, a corner, 6'2" corner. I've seen him play about 3 games last year. Very active, plays very similar to Alontae Taylor. Alontae Taylor's more in the mix. Cordell Flott is more of a cover corner. This guy is a dog. Alontae Taylor, same here as well. This guy is not afraid to make tackles. This guy, comes up, mix up. And again, he's a Middle Tennessee guy. He's from this area. He went to UT. This guy was a playmaker for the New Orleans Saints his entire time there. Dog. When I think of Slotman, this guy's a center. This guy has played under under Brian Daboll as well. He's been there for 4 seasons. This guy here, good fill-in center. I think he's going to have some competition at center with Jackson Slater. We'll see how that works. We'll go from there. I really like this pick. This is my favorite pick of here as far as JFM. I think this is the best pick of the bunch. This guy here is going to play with Jeffrey Simmons in the defensive line. Flat out dog. This guy here is a playmaker out there on defense. All the defenses he's played, he's made a major impact. Huge pickup. Wan'Dale Robinson, the receiver. Again, this guy here, 92 catches plus per the last 2 seasons per year. That is huge. This is going to be a guy that Cam Ward is going to be able to throw the football to. I think this is a great pickup for the Tennessee Titans. This guy is going to make a lot of plays. I'm really, really, really happy to get this signed because we're not signing him $20, $25, $30 million a year, right? He's making, I think, right at $18 million a year. So I think that's even good in that standpoint, too. Daniel Bellinger, the tight end here, the guy 6'6", 270 out there at tight end. This guy's a blocking tight end, play with Brian Daboll. This guy's going to be more of the blocking guy. He'll catch a few catches in the backfield and also on the outside, with Gunnar Helm being more now featured as on our offense. So I would think, man, honestly, when I look at it, man, I like the fact that the Tennessee Titans was not afraid to cut the check. We had a lot of holes on this team. We're a 3-win football team. Mike Barganzi makes some calls. It's like, look, man, we got money. We're going to spend the money. These guys are young. They're all under 27 years old. We picked up a few older guys, but I think our core players that we got are young guys that can still evolve. They're going to play in a really good defense. So if I gave a grade overall, I'm going to actually give the Titans, as far as free agency, a B-. I like what we have. We did sign some other players on the back end as well, too. Malik Herring and also Solomon Thomas, we just signed over the last hour. But I'm very, very impressed for what we have. So that's where I'm at. What about you, Jacques?
Overall grade, I'm not going to go through each one of them, man, because you covered that. My overall thoughts, man, first of all, you got a bunch of guys that are proven. And they've proven in this league that they can play, and they have experience with the head coaches the coaches that they were associated with. So Robert got some of his guys, Daboll got some of his guys. I don't see enough Gus Bradley guys. We didn't get any Gus Bradley guys, but they're familiar with their system. They're familiar how they do things. They're familiar, a culture starter, because these guys come from that particular culture. So the Titans need an identity, and you're gonna have an identity now when you got these guys. And when I look at it, all these guys play with energy. They play with tenacity. They play with speed. There's a common theme that I've seen with all these signings, man, is you can tell these are football guys. And I know with Solomon Thomas, that was a straight up trade, man. We traded a 7th round pick to Dallas, and they gave us a 7th round pick and Solomon Thomas. So shout out to Berganzi for cooking. Berganzi's, man, is really in his bag right now. And we got good depth players that were starters in this league, which I think that's what I'm more excited about. It's like, okay, we got this guy, that guy. And so now you're just building your defense, specifically in the defensive line. Defensive line is looking really crazy right now. So my overall grade would be a B. Shout out to the Titans, man, for continuing to do what they do. Of course, we still got the draft, still building on some things, but that's my thoughts, man. So shout out to the Titans and Berganzi and just for cooking what they've been cooking. So
yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. Those in the comment section. Hey, we shout out to everybody that's watching the show as well, man. You all let us know what you all think overall as far as the free agency, man. The Tennessee Titans was one of the busiest teams. The Raiders, the Commanders, other teams I can think of that made a lot of signings. But man, and the Carolina Panthers, but the Tennessee Titans is definitely up there. We spent the most money of any team in the league. We had the most money, and we spent. And it's something we, Red Carthon has started that as well as far as spending money, things like that. But historically, that's not something that we did. But we're doing that right now. So shout out to everybody in the chat. All right, so Jacques. So I gave a good rundown of the players that we signed, and we signed so many. I'm hoping I covered covered all the free agents that we had, but I think so. Do you have one particular favorite signing that the Tennessee Titans have done in this free agency market?
Oh man, I got this. Man, they've done a good job. I'll say the John Franklin signing. That signing is underrated. When I say underrated, that signing is underrated in a way to where how active he is on that D line along with Jeffrey Simmons. So now I'm calling him Jeffrey, but he was right behind Jeffrey in pressures, and even I know Jeffrey had more sacks, but these two are about to go crazy on this defensive line. And that gives, you can't double team Jeff now because Franklin to get off on you. If you double team Franklin, Jeff gonna get off on you. And they play similar with that energy. And you can tell if one's lacking, one's gonna pick up the other slack and vice versa. So for me, it's John Franklin, man. That signing right there really elevates this defensive line to a whole nother level, man. You can almost arguably say it's one of the best defensive lines in the league. We went from really being trash. And even with the trash that we had, we were able to get pressure and get sacks, but now you can do it on a consistent basis. So for me, it's John Franklin. What about yourself?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Facts, no paper. So, Jacques, I think for me, man, and shout out again to everybody in the chat. If you have a favorite free agent signing, throw that out there as well. We do have someone, Big Titan said, Wandale Robinson or whatever. Okay, good deal. All right, so I tell you for me, Jacques, is Alontae Taylor. That's my favorite pick right now, man, as far as the need of this team, right? I think corner is clear. We signed 4 corners. So it's clear that corner was a big need for us. And 3 corners. So, when I look at Alontae Taylor, I look at a guy that, I saw a clip of him where New Orleans Saint fans were talking about him and, pretty much saying he wasn't as good as what he thinks and things like that. And you can just tell he has a chip on his shoulder. And I think in this defense with Robert Saleh, I think Alontae Taylor's going to get an opportunity to shine in this defense. I've seen Alontae Taylor twice live in person. When I went to New Orleans, Jacques was there as well in New Orleans, man. We saw the Titans play the Saints. That was Alontae's rookie season. And again, knowing when he played at UT, seeing him out there on the field, I was like, man, he wore like number 26 or it was another number he had on. I was like, who is this guy? He was all over the field. I was like, damn, you know what I mean? Then when he played this year against the Titans here in Nashville, on that defense, Alontae Taylor was the best player on the team. He was damn near the best player on the field when he was out there. He is not afraid. This guy is a guy that, the last 2 seasons, he's had 7 total sacks at corner. This guy here makes a lot of plays. He's a gambler. At times you can throw deep on him. He will go for it. But, man, he does not lack confidence. He will come up and make tackles. He's not afraid. I think those things are vital for our defense because our corner room is a struggle, and we needed a corner bad, super bad. So I like the Alontae Taylor pick because based upon the need of this team, you got a guy that I feel might be one of the top corners in the free agency market, probably 3 or 4, and we were able to get Alontae Taylor and bring him home in a city that he is very welcome and he knows about. So I'm happy about Alontae Taylor.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that cornerback room has been upgraded as well, just like the D line. That quarterback room, Flott, man, I think he's an underrated corner too that the Giants really wanted to re-sign back. But shout out to Robert Saleh because he really poached him and snatched him at the last minute. And another thing that they have in that DB room is height, right? Yep. So no more 5'7", 5'8", 5'11", 5'9" corners that we've been having. And I know Darrell Baker had nice height on him as well, but there's a theme of 6'1". Joshua, what's his name? Josh, the corner we got from the Chiefs. He played for Fayetteville State.
Joshua,
Josh. Yeah, Josh. He's about 6'3".
We got him on the depth chart right here. Joshua Williams.
Yeah. He's a special teams player, but I've
Yep.
seen him play when he was with the Chiefs.
Yep.
Even when he was playing at Fayetteville State, came from HBCU. Man, that kid is nice as well. So there's a common theme that I'm seeing with the DB room, and Robert likes height, and that's
Yep.
how it was in San Francisco. That's how it was in the Jets. So anyway,
Yep.
we're gonna move on to the next segment, and we talked about the depth chart. Give me your thoughts on the depth chart, good or bad.
Okay. So I'm gonna show you all the depth chart. Now, this depth chart took a while to make. Okay, it took a while to kind of figure out who's where, whatever. And this was done yesterday, so it does not have it updated up till this morning or even an hour ago. So just bear with us. All right. So on the offense, you see the depth chart here. Of course, you got Cam Ward at quarterback, Tony Pollard at the moment at running back. You got Alec and Calvin Ridley, and the new addition, Wan'Dale Robinson. As you all know, Okonkwo is now with the Washington Commanders as of 3 hours ago. We got Dan Moore, Peter Skoronski. We got the new center, Austin Schlottman, and Kevin Zietler, and J.C. Latham. That's on our offense, at least the starters on offense. When you look at the backups here, you got Mitchell Trubisky, who I feel will be quarterback 2. Tajay Spears, Van Jefferson, Bryce Oliver, and Shamir DK as your receivers. Gunnar Helm at tight end 2 will now be tight end 1. You got Odu, the left tackle, Cordell Volson, a guy that we signed as well. You got Corey Levin, who just got he's going to the Atlanta Falcons, so he's no longer on the team. Blake Hance and Brandon Crenshaw Dickerson. And on the backups, you got Will Levis, Khalil Mullings. You've got James Prochet, Mason Kinsey, and then Daniel Bellinger will go to tight end 2. And we even got the other backups, Brandon Allen, Julius Chestnut, Xavier Restrepo, and David Robertson. All right, that's the offense. So I think when I look at the depth chart on the offense, Jacques, I like the fact that we've added a wide receiver in the mix. You have Calvin Ridley. I strongly believe that we should keep Calvin Ridley. I think this guy here is a guy that, why let him go? He's on contract. It doesn't hurt the books. With Calvin Ridley as your outside receiver, even playing in the slot, playing in the corner, whatever, and you got Elick and Wan'Dale Robinson, your receiver room just improved dramatically. You got Wan'Dale, a guy that's had 92 catches over the last 2 seasons, and we don't have that on our roster right now. I think that is huge. And then you look at Schlottman, the center. I think, again, he will probably start at the center position going into the season based on his contract. But I could see players like Jackson Slater stepping up. Jackson Slater played very good in week 18. I think that would be a competition thing as well. But I really think, Jacques, to me, the biggest upgrade is on the defense when you look at this as well, as far as the depth chart with Jermaine Johnson, John Franklin Myers, and Cordell Flott and Alontae Taylor. These 4 guys will start immediately on this defense. Now you got Kevin Winston sliding in at the safety position. You got Oladejo that'll be starting as well. So, LeJarry Sneed is still on this team, so we got to treat him respectfully at the moment. But the 2 corners here, you got Cordell Flott, Alontae Taylor, and LeJarry Sneed. LeJarry Sneed is even 6'1". These guys are tall guys. And our depth chart looks much better because our defense, man, before these trades and before these signings, Jacques, bro, I don't know what we were going to do, right? Even the backups that we have, you see here, right? Now they moved Jahad Ward, Sebastian Joseph Day, guys that are starters. Even James Williams got some starting minutes or whatever. Dale Baker's no longer with the Titans. He's now with the Miami Dolphins. Marcus Harris started as well. So our backups even look better. We're building, and I like what we're doing. And I'm happy with the depth chart. We still got 8 picks to go with in our draft, and that's only going to help us moving forward. We'll see if we're a playoff team, but we look so much better than we did last year with these signings. So that's how I feel about the depth chart. What about you, Jacques?
And I think Zettler is correction on Zettler. I think Zettler they're in Titans and Zettler in talks to see if he's going to come back. Right. So yeah, I think the other O-line we picked up might take his spot, but Zettler might come back. I don't know. But the depth chart, man, is improved. It's improved big time. Specifically on the defensive side of the ball. On the offensive side of the ball, you got depth on the O-line, and then even with tight end, you have what's his name on Bellinger, and Bellinger is a young tight end. He's only 25. I didn't realize that, and he's familiar with the Daboll system. But I think the most improved, to your point, is the defense. What you've built on defense now, you can put that on the field and compete. And the thing is, you have guys besides Alontae and Jeffrey in the current Titans that they have. You have guys that you can plug and play under Salah's system right now. Tremaine, Franklin, Solomon Thomas. They can literally get in there and be like, okay, hey, let's show you what a solid defense looks like, right? We've played for this man, we understand what he's looking for, we get the intensity, the energy that he has, and then from the cornerback room, and I think somebody said it in the comments, it was like, we like our corners. Yes, you should like your corners, because at the same time, our cornerback room hasn't been really good ever since L'Jarius Sneed got hurt. So to improve that position, that really goes up where you get corners that actually are young. That's another thing too. They're
Yeah.
young. And
Yeah.
so they have fresh legs. I think at this point, you just need to build the depth behind them, just in case, injuries come and play or whatnot. But
Yes.
again, and then even with Trubisky, like bringing him in as a proven veteran under Dayball, I feel more comfortable. Say if something happens to Cam, at least Trubisky can win you games. At least he knows Dayball's system to say, hey, okay, hey, let me get in there, let me do what I got to do. Da 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 da. So the roster is improving and it's building. Okay. And it's one of those things where they're going to continue to improve and build, right?
Yeah.
And so this is how you go from worst to first. And I'm not saying don't take it like that, but I mean you want to win your division first, right? And if you pay attention to what the division is doing, they have allowed the Titans to kind of catch up now. So only thing at this point, you just need to put everything together. So I'm impressed with what they've been able to do with the depth chart, and the depth chart is looking a lot better than what it was last year. So keep building.
Yeah.
That's all I gotta say is keep building.
Yeah.
And what Dragon Hawk 9, as long as we pronounce it how you pronounce it, but at the same time, if he comes back, he comes back. I hope he does come back. So
Yeah.
shout out
Yeah.
to you and shout out to Zettler.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. Zettler, yeah, for sure. We know who he is. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So,
exactly, man. We from the South, so
yeah, man.
Tell them where we from,
That is-
Hawk. We from the South.
Yeah, we from the South. Yeah. Dragon Hawk, that's hilarious, man.
You funny.
That is funny.
Hey, all
Oh,
love
man.
though, bro. I'm gonna call you out, but all love.
Yeah. So shout out to everybody in the chat, man. So we talked about in the depth chart, looking at the tight end position, and a guy that's on this depth chart was Chig Okonkwo, who's been the starting tight end over the last 3 seasons. So as of a few hours ago, he did sign with the Washington Commanders, and Chig is no longer here. He's from Atlanta, Georgia, but he went to school in Maryland, so he's going back to that Maryland area. So, and in comments as well, throw your comments in the comment section. So given that the Washington Commanders have added Chig Okonkwo, how do you feel about this? What's your overall thoughts about Chig going to the Washington Commanders?
Shout out to Chig. He will be missed. And I like his skill set that he provides. But sometimes if that system and that scheme that new coaching staff wants to run doesn't include you, then I understand, right? And when I look at Chig and his production that he's had with the Titans, I think he needs to go somewhere where he can exceed and maximize his talent. Not saying he can do it with the Commanders. Commanders, man, they got Jaden Daniels, but how I feel about it, hey, Chig, I hope he's successful, and I continue to hope he succeeds, and I hope he continues also to get better as a pro, right? Chig is real good, but Chig is raw in my opinion. And I think he would have thrived in a Dayball system if Dayball would have wanted him, right? And I think he would have fit in a Dayball system, but I feel like the Titans and Dayball has a lot of influence of bringing his guy in. And I think that is ultimately what got Chig to the point where he didn't fit here, right? I think if you had another offensive coordinator coming here, they probably would have said, hey, yeah, let's maximize Chig. Let's keep Chig. But Dayball kind of already had his mind up. And I'm seeing what the Titans are doing. They're allowing those coordinators, because they've been head coaches, they're allowing them to kind of do what they want to do, right? They're kind of allowing them to call the shots. It sounds like Dayball gave Berganzi a piece of paper and said, hey, this is my guy. He fits my system. I like what we have in Gunnar Ham. I think we can utilize both of them. So, hey, man, I would have loved to have Chig back. Am I upset about it? I'm not on the ground rolling crying, because I feel like both parties are going to benefit from both situations, if that makes sense. So that's my thought. What about you, Huck?
Facts, no paper, Jacques. So, when you look at Chig, signing with Washington, Chig was our leading receiver last year, at the tight end position. And I think he had like maybe 58 catches. It wasn't over 60 that I do know. And I think yards maybe in the 600 range or whatever. So Chig is a guy that can make plays at tight end. He's got a lot of speed. And I always felt that we underutilized Chig when he was here. I felt that he had more ability than what we, put him out there to be. I think honestly, man, I do, and to your point, I do think it's a system thing because I do think that Robert Saleh, when you look at, in particular, Brian Daboll, bringing in Bellinger, who is, a bigger tight end, Gunnar Helm as well. Both of those guys are 6'6". And again, I've seen these guys in person. Gunnar Helm in person, he's about 6'5". He's huge. Chig is about 6'2". He's a speedy guy, right? And so I think right now what it's going to be now is that Gunnar Helm is going to have to step in that space, right? He's going to have to be the guy to say, I'm tight end one. I'm going to be the receiving tight end here, but I can block better than Chig. And now I'm going to have to be the guy that's going to catch the ball and those things. Bellinger will be a guy that will be a primary blocker. He can make catches as well, too. I think over the last several years, he's averaged anywhere between 19 and 30 catches a season. But I do think that this is going to be even a contractual standpoint, because I think Washington, the way they signed him, I don't think it was a break the bank, 3 years for 30 million. He's making about 10 million a year. So I think the Titans were looking at it like, look, we got a tight end. We're getting Bellinger at a cheaper price. We can go 2 for 1 here. And let's put our money towards our defense. Let's put money towards our receiver, because in Brian Daboll's system, the receivers are more featured than the tight ends. You know what I'm saying? Even last year with the Giants, even with the Buffalo Bills, Dawson Knox, those guys, they had a few catches, but they were not groundbreaking receivers at tight end. They were blocking a lot of time. So I think it's a system fit. Chig is a receiving tight end. Blocking is not his strength. I think this is a system fit in a contract. So I wish we could have used him more, but in this system, I think it would have been a disadvantage. So I understand, to your point. I'm not crying about it. Good luck to Chig. I think Chig was a good player here. I was a Chig fan, but I understand, hey, things changed. He got paid. He got more than what he was making here. So he's got a promotion. He's at home. He's smiling. He got a nice contract going to DC. That's all right, man. So that's my thoughts on Chig.
Okay, good stuff. And then, Michael, once we get to this chop up, man, we'll definitely get to your comment first. So I know you was first in the chat, so I just want to throw that out there. But anyway, Hawk, let's move to the next segment. So with all these additions that we have, does this change the Titans draft strategy?
So, shout out to everybody in the chat. Great comments, by the way. They talked a lot about Chig. Yes, it does, Jacques. I think it does change our draft strategy. I think it does, because I think my mind was on the fact of getting a defensive end in the first round, pick 4, right? Pick 4. When you're picking 4, you're picking the cream of the crop. And you got guys like a David Bailey, Ruben Bain, and those guys. You got guys like Arvell Reese, guys that are defensive ends that, can have some success in this league. And when you look at the Titans roster from the year ago, again, we lost Arden Key, who's gone to the Colts. So looking at before all the free agency stuff happened, I'm like, man, defensive end is a spot where you pick 4 and you get a guy out there. And I'm not sitting there saying that we don't draft a defensive end. But, man, with all these defensive linemen that we have, shout out to Juggernaut, man. We talked earlier, when you look at Seattle, you look at the San Francisco 49ers, you look at these defenses, you look at the Philadelphia Eagles, you look at these teams that run a multiple defensive linemen, just in and out, right? In and out. And so we have that now. We just added Solomon Thomas, a guy that was picked 3 only 6 years ago. He hasn't lived up to that status, but he's a hell of a depth player, right? So we have a lot of guys on the defensive line. So I think it does change our draft strategy. Absolutely. I'm almost to the point to say that I honestly think the Titans are going to look very heavy into running back. I would not be surprised if the Titans not to look at a receiver here at pick 4. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's going to be an offensive push at pick 4, or they'll trade the pick and get 2 offensive players, a running back and a receiver. I, for some reason of late, have been thinking the Titans are going to want a receiver in the draft, because we don't know the status of Calvin Ridley. But even with Calvin Ridley being there, he has 2 more years on his contract. We still need receiver here. It's not like we straight at receiver. We good. We still need some receivers here. And with Tony Pollard and Tajay Spears, our running back position, I feel, is a little bit more solidified. But you have a talent like Jeremiah Love that could be available. Man, that's going to be hard to pass up a guy that could be like the history that we've had with Derrick Henry, Eddie George, Earl Campbell, and Chris Johnson. So it does change our draft strategy. Absolutely. What about you, Jacques?
Yeah, it does. Now, with that fourth pick, man, you can, because you still have Tony Pollard and you still have Tajay Spears. I think what I have to look at is if anything happens to them in the next couple of weeks, right? Or next couple of months, right? You can
Right.
definitely
Facts.
get rid of them. You can do this. It could be where if you do go defensive end, right? It becomes a crowded room at that point, right? Because you still have Femi, all right? So at that point, say if you go Bailey, if you go a Bain, right? That's a hell of a defensive line, right? But you also can throw a monkey wrench in there because of the simple fact that the Titans were looking for a playmaking linebacker.
Yep.
Right. So who ran a hell of a 40 in the draft? I mean, in the combine this past couple of weeks ago, right?
Yep.
So when I look at it, it's like, okay, they can go several different ways. I think where it gets more interesting is the second round and below.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's where it gets real interesting because in the second round, we go from pick 4 to pick 3. In the third round, I think we go from pick like 2 to pick 1 or something crazy like that. But at that point, you really can get in there and cook. And to your point, I don't think they're done when it comes to receiver. Now, I know I seen your show about Calvin Ridley, and we'll talk about that here in the chop up because I know Michael brought that up as well about Calvin Ridley staying on whatnot. But for say which I'm hearing rumors that he might get cut. I don't know, right? Of course, it'll save us money. But if we cut him, that's going to tell me something because Wan'Dale Robinson, which is cool, right? But who's my other X? Now, again, no knock to DK, no knock to A.O. Manor. They give a battle tested, but can I trust them to come in year 2 and and develop into an X and a Y? Does Dayball trust them enough to say, okay, hey, DK, I can shoot where you need to be. You'll kind of want something that you can grow with, right? So yes, it changes your draft strategy. To your point, Jeremiah Love will change this entire thing. But what happens with Tony Pollard and what happens with Tajay Spears? Do we keep them, right? What happens? So if that happens, somebody got to go. Okay.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying? Somebody has to go. And so, yes, it changes your draft strategy, but I think it really gets interesting from 2 on down. I am really interested to see what the Titans do then because at this point, we still have holes. We got 8 draft picks, dog, that you can literally go anywhere with if you want to.
That's right.
You can depth the O-line. You can depth corner again if you want to. Receiver, tight end. I mean, what do you do, right? Yeah. This year's draft show is going to be very interesting for us because this is going to be our first year. We really can just really go anywhere. Like, shit, it's a luxury pick. I can literally do what I want. So I think the Titans have set themselves up really to do what they want. And this is the first time in a long time that I can really say, okay, Titans, man, go BPA. If you see somebody there that you can really develop and you see somebody that's aging out, that can age out, go BPA. But the Titans have one of the youngest teams in the league. So, I mean, at this point, I know Titans fans should be excited about this year specifically because you have an opportunity to really build your roster into something scary that you can build in for the future. So, yes, it changes the strategy. Yeah. Yes, I'm super interested to see what these jokers are going to do from 2 on down, dog. It's going to be wild, man. I'm excited. I'm definitely excited.
Yeah, for sure. Shout out to everybody in the chat. As well, man. Hey, we got a lot of people in there. Hey, but we appreciate y'all rocking with us, man. We hope you all are having a good time like we are as always. So, Jacques, I saw something today and I was like, right? So I'm gonna play this video real quick. All right, so shout out to at Select Quarterback Athletics on Instagram. Shout out to y'all. So, folks in the comment section as well, just to let y'all know that was Cam Ward, just in case you all were not able to really see the video. That's our quarterback that was throwing today. So, Jacques, looking at what you just saw there from Cam Ward, what's your thoughts, bro?
Man, that's I think that's the best news of the year. I mean, he's already throwing. I think that's the crazy thing. And it looks like the velocity's still there. The accuracy is still there. So the injury looks like it didn't really phase him. And he's just so chill, bro. So, I mean, he looks good. He's on schedule. He's on schedule. Man, this is crazy. I thought we were gonna be in for the long haul, but hey, shout out to Cam, dude. It's exciting. It's exciting to see him throwing now. And Cam, and then they probably have to dial him back a little bit because they're like, hey, bro, like chill, like just rep, do what you got to do, but let's continue to do what you got to do. So, hey, I'm excited, bro. I'm excited. I think that's the best news. I mean, free agency has been amazing, but I think this is the most important news of the day. Breaking news: Cam is actually throwing the ball. Good job. So that's me, man. What about you?
Yeah, man, facts, no paper, Jock. So yes, I agree. Watching him throw. The good thing, man, is that he did not require surgery. You know what I'm saying? Yep. A lot of times when you hurt your AC joint and it was his right AC, it's like, no, he didn't have to have surgery. So that's a great thing. That is very encouraging to see him throw just several months from, spraying his AC joint just a few months ago in January, right? We're in March. And so, it looks very promising. Shout out to Ocho Man and also Stevie B. Yes, he looks healthy. He looks resilient. He's throwing the ball with a lot of velocity, and he even looks a little older. At least, like, okay, he doesn't. He's just throwing the ball. His cleats was fresh. You know what I'm saying? Some fresh cleats right there. Cam Ward looked really good. I know they're not in pads, and over time, things will continue to get better. He'll continue to train. He'll continue to, to get healthy in those things or whatever. But seeing him for the first time without the sling on his arm, I mean, I think it looked good, man. And, we're building around Cam Ward. And, you got receivers out there now. You got offensive line is trying to get better and things like that. So I'm very happy to see that. And again, folks don't realize, man, the last several games of the season, the Tennessee Titans was number 10 in the NFL in points per game. So that lets you know, man, we started to get better. And you clearly see when he got hurt against Jacksonville, just how bad we look, right? We look awful. So, Cam, I'm heal up. Sending prayers out your way, bro. Get better, man. We waiting, bro, for sure.
Yep.
So shout out to Cam.
Shout out to Cam.
Yep, man. Yep. So, well, cool. Well, all right. Well, we are at our favorite part of the show, folks. As you all know, man, the live chop up, man. This is your opportunity, man, to throw us questions. We have a lot of people here in the chat. Throw your questions out there. We're gonna answer them as quickly as we can. And do know, you throw a super chat out there, I don't give a crap what question's out there. It overrides any other question, man. Your question pops up on the screen. So let's get chopped.
So I promised Mike I was gonna pull up his question first. Now he got a couple of, I don't know if I'll say this is a statement. He says, makes no sense to go running back and forth. Pollard has outplayed Ridley and Snead. Hawk, you said keep both Ridley and Snead the other day. Hawk, how you feel about that? You stand on what you said. You stand on business.
Okay. Bring the comment back. All right. So Pollard, Ridley, and Snead have no bearings towards each other. Those are three different positions: running back, corner, receiver. So there is no weight between the three. You know what I mean? And so when you think of Ridley and Snead, okay, we all have a home budget, right? In every month you got to pay the light bill, you got to pay the water. It's in your budget. It is what it is, right? Whatever it is, you got to figure it out, right? That's the same with Calvin Ridley, L'Jarius Snead, and even Tony Pollard. They're already on the books. That's what I'm saying. We're still a team trying to figure out our roster, okay? We still got holes on this team. So what I'm saying is that cutting them does what? We already have them on the books. We're not signing them or re-signing them or giving them more money. Their money is already stayed in the books. So what I'm saying is, especially Calvin Ridley and Tony Pollard, these guys are talented. Tony Pollard's a hell of a running back. Calvin Ridley is a very good receiver. L'Jarius Snead has had injury issues. You know what I mean? I'd say he has underperformed. I agree with you on that. But cut him for what? Why cut him for what? I guess that's the unanswerable question, because if we were adding more money to their contract, I'd say cut them. I get that. If we're like, man, we got to pay them an extra $20 million or whatever, in cutting them, there's some dollars that are saved, in particular with Snead and Ridley. You do save a little money, somewhat, but they do have money leaving. It's not a clean break where they're not getting paid. They have money leaving. So why are we letting money go when we have the money right here? They're on the books. Let them play. Let them play out their contract. Now, they might get cut. I'm not saying they won't, but I don't understand why, I guess. And I know it's an unpopular opinion, and that's okay. You know what I'm saying? So that was my thought.
I actually agree with you. I mean, I know we had a conversation about it. Keep what you can keep, if that makes sense. Flott
Yeah.
and Lalante are insurance, right? And
Right.
say if Snead does get healthy, Snead's not a bad cornerback. I
He's
think that's
not.
where a lot of people get this perception like Snead is trash. Snead is not trash. It's just his injuries have plagued him so much to the point
Facts.
where you don't see him on the field. When he's
Facts.
out there, oh, Snead's a problem. And so if you get rid of him, that's the typical thing that the normal person thinks. We bring in players, we need to get rid of these players. No, if I'm
Yeah.
stacking a team, I'm going to keep what I have because like keeping
Yep.
Ridley, right? If
Yep.
we keep Ridley and Ridley stays healthy and you have him and Wan'Dale Robinson, oh my God. Oh my God. Your receivers rooms go from here to here. And at that point, Cam, you want weapons for Cam, right? Think about it. You want weapons for Cam. Why
Yeah.
get rid of them? So this not an unpopular opinion in my book, bro. I'm on the same page with you. Keep your gold because if your gold goes somewhere else, you never know, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
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 So I don't know if everybody knows me and Hulk are going somewhere tomorrow. And a couple people know. So Bethany asked, what do you hope to see tomorrow as far as the new uniform? So me and Hawk will be at the uniform, I guess, unveiling. My ticket rep she will not tell me what's happening tomorrow. She keep
Yeah.
pissing me off because I'm like, hey, what's happening? She said, Jock, I'm not going to tell you. I'm like, well, give me a hint. I'm not going to tell you. Okay, cool. So unfortunately, it is not going to be live streamed. All right.
Yep.
To the public, the season ticket holders. And I know there's a couple of people that was upset about that. But you got to understand, when you're a season ticket holder, we don't get a lot of good, nice stuff, right? We just don't. So now we actually get an opportunity to get some exclusive stuff. We're going to take advantage of it.
Yes, sir.
Me and Hulk might give y'all a sneak peek or try to give y'all a sneak peek if it ain't against the rules, because they do have rules sometimes where they won't allow us to do certain things. But if they do, we snitching. We snitching.
We snitching.
We snitching.
We singing like a hummingbird.
Yes, we are snitching. We are going to snitch.
Yep.
I'm excited. I've seen people have put renderings online that I'm like, man, that's cold.
Ooh, yeah.
The renderings that I've
seen.
See
if I can find one, Jacques.
Man, if you can find one, I'll keep talking, but if you can find one, find one. The renderings are nice. I know they're saying that the Tennessee is on the jersey, so that's something that I'm like, okay. Because didn't UT do something like that before? I think back in the day. I want to say, I don't remember.
Yeah.
But the theme is, it seems like they're going for Tennessee. People associate Titans with Nashville, but they're trying to make this an entire state thing. And the colors that I've seen and the helmets that I've heard about the face mask, I'm actually excited to see what they got, man. Like, this is going to be interesting. Are you excited, Hulk?
Yeah, I am, man. And so I'm not able to pull some of the pictures that I've seen of the jerseys that people are saying. It looks like the Houston Oilers has got that blue and it's all white, like icy white, clean. But we can share with you all what the logo, at least we think it looks like. So you go from this. Y'all see this, right? That's the old school. See, now I got the throwback cap on, bro. I got my throwback on. You did? I got my throwback Eddie George, the red jersey. I've been rocking the red jersey all week, man. You know what I mean? I didn't pull this out the garage. You know what I'm saying? So I got the throwback now. So that'll be the actual logo. At least that's what's being said, right? That'd be the logo. And if it's on the helmet, this is what it looks like. Now, I've been hearing rumors that the face mask will be white.
Oh, wait, I see.
Man, I was like, dude, make it red. That red pops. That red pops. But you can see, again, it looks very Houston Oiler-like. But that blue, I mean, it is what it is, man. Yeah. And that's the logo right here. You know what I'm saying? So, so I've been looking at the logo like, do I really like the logo? It's very simple. And I'll tell you one thing that makes it pop, in my opinion. You can barely see the red stars in the old logo. I love the flames. Right. And I like the sharp T. I'm about to say something really funny, y'all. Woo! All right. So our current logo, I think the stars look much better than our current. It's white. You can see it. But the T isn't sharp. It looks hella dull, right? Like I've been just taking the sword and just banging it against the concrete, right? Just dulling it up. And it looks like somebody said it looks like a uterus, dude. I was like, my God, dog. That's wild, G. That's wild, bro. Ain't that
Oh
crazy?
man, bro.
Man, oh, looks like a Sega Genesis controller. What you know? Said I've been seeing
Man.
all kind of things, but
Come on, they
that's crazy, bro. But I would
What?
say that the jersey logo being simple. Some of the
Yeah,
best jerseys, in my opinion, are simple jerseys, like simple logos. The Dallas Cowboy star, the Green Bay G. It's not all that extra AI converted logo. It's simple to the cusp and things like
right.
that. I'm excited. I can't wait
Yep,
till tomorrow.
yep, yep. Yeah, awesome, awesome. So, little 227 DJ say, should we wait to see if Winston can live up to his potential, or should we draft Caleb Downs?
Oh, that's a well. I'll take that. That's an easy answer for me. I'm
Good.
going Kevin Winston. You.
Yeah.
So the thing is, he said, "What if he can't?" Well, that decision has to be made now. You know what I
Mhm,
mean? Right
mhm.
now. So we don't know that. So you don't draft Caleb Downs. You know what I
Right.
mean? That's more of a future question. So
Yeah.
I think. What about you,
And
Jacques?
the health scare with Caleb Downs, I don't know if I would take that and pull that trigger at 4. Now,
Right. Right.
if he happens to drop because of his ACL,
Yep.
is the degeneration of his ACL,
Yep.
then yeah, I'll probably take a look at it. Like Kevin Winston dropped. He did. Kevin Winston would have been a first round pick last year
Right.
if he wasn't quote unquote hurt, right? So
Right.
now give Kevin a chance, man. He has to stay healthy. Give him an
Yeah.
opportunity to get out there and do what he do. Now, would I say we still gonna pick him probably a safety in the draft? Probably because
Probably.
probably because of Hooker. So just keep that in mind. Now, Michael, I'm gonna come back to you. He says, why should we go? He's stuck on this. Why should we go running back at 4? Why should we go running back at 4? Work with Pollard instead of a running back. Now, can I go?
Go for it. Yeah. Go for
Okay.
it.
So why you should consider a running back like Jeremiah Love. Now let's take it, Mike. Let's take it back. We've seen the Titans have a history of Hall of Fame running backs with this organization. If you know the Tennessee Titans for anything, that's for running backs. It's Oilers too, Earl Campbell, Eddie George, Chris Johnson, and Derrick Henry, right? And this happens every couple of years where the Titans will get a running back that's like a filler, like a Sean Green. You remember we had Sean Green?
Yep.
Sean Green used to be a bowling ball. He used to kill it. We had Chris Brown after Eddie got done.
Yeah.
This is the perfect time to line it up with a player like Jeremiah Love. Now, I don't know if you've seen how much of tape on Jeremiah Love. Jeremiah Love is just not your traditional running back. That's why Berganzi and them keep comparing him to Jahmyr Gibbs. Okay. He can catch and he's very shifty for his size. All right. So what that does is that pairs Cam with a running back that is younger because Tony Pollard is not young. How old is Tony Pollard, Hawk? Is he like 28, 29?
Yeah. Late 20s.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
want to get younger. Tony Pollard, I think, has one more year on his contract. So after his contract is up, how would you replace him, right?
Yep. Yep.
Are you going to trade for a running back, or are you going to take your opportunity to say, hey, we're going to go ahead and get our running back now, pair him with our young quarterback, take the pressure off of him, allow Cam to say, hey, now you just can't equate for Cam. You got to equate for Jeremiah Love too. So what that does, my friend, that brings 8 men in a box, and that puts on one-on-one opportunities on the outside.
Yep.
So that's, if I'm going to pitch it to you, that's why we should go running back at 4. I know people look at the position and the draft position and the draft slot, but look at it in a way as an overall player. He's a weapon. Look at him as a weapon versus a running back. So that's mine. Go ahead, Hawk.
I don't really have a lot more to add to that. And Michael Rice, I understand running back at 4 seems weird. It's a good question, Mike. I feel you on that, right? The Tennessee Titans last year, before the season started, and probably at the end of the season still, was ranked last in playmaker ability on our roster, right? And I was like, yeah, we don't have no playmakers on this team. So Jeremiah Love is more than just say a running back. He's a playmaker. And that's hard. That to me makes the difference. Tony Pollard is a very good running back, not a playmaker. Tyjae Spears can be a playmaker, but he's not an every down back. Okay. So Jeremiah Love gives you both. It's almost like putting Tony Pollard and Tyjae Spears, though he's better than both of them, but it's like putting them together as a one running back. So he's a playmaker. That's the difference. And I think it's not a thing. I know for a fact it'll help Cam Ward in as far as being a quarterback. That'll help open the offense, where receivers are getting double and triple team. You got to respect Jeremiah Love and what he can do. So him being a playmaker makes the difference as to why I could see him being picked 4, if not 4, top 10 at running back. So, yeah.
That makes sense. Got another good question from Andre. He says, if they pass on Love, what are your thoughts on a small trade back and targeting Cornell Tate, Caleb Downs, or Styles. If they keep Ridley, I'm intrigued by Chris Bell to Hill and Ted Hurst later in the draft. What's your thoughts, Hawk?
I'm okay with this as well, y'all. Because we still need players. Like, we're not, we straight. We sign these guys. We don't know yet, right? There's still, when I look at the depth chart, I still see holes at receiver. I still see holes at corner depth. I do see holes on the offensive line. I do see holes, hell, even at linebacker. I see particular spots. You know what I'm saying? So getting Cornell Tate or Caleb Downs or Sonny Styles later, if we're able to get two of those guys, no, that would be amazing. But more than likely, we trade down, it would just be one of these guys. So the real question is, okay, so what are we getting? So if we trade down and we get 2 first-round picks, I'm doing that trade right now. I'm doing it right now. Dallas Cowboys, holla at your boy. New Orleans Saints, holla at your boy, right? Washington Commanders, who?
KC.
Yes. Kansas City, yes. Holla at your boy, right? They got 2 first-round picks. Holla at me. So I would be fine with that. I'm good with that. Now, if it's a 1-for-1, if we get an extra early second or something like that, we can make that work. I'd be fine with that too. Hell, even a first round for next year or an extra one. First round picks mean a lot. And I'd rather have 2 for 1. No question about that. I'm good with that, bro. If we passed on Love to do that and trade back, I'm fine with it. What about you, Jacques?
I'm not married to Love. Again, this is the first year when I say anything goes, anything goes. If this happens and you get one of these players in the first round, Styles, even Cornell Tate is intriguing. I know he ran a slow 40. I get it. But if you said trade down to like 10 or 11 and he's there and you get him, I'm okay with that. I'm like, okay, there's another weapon. You got Wandale. If you keep Calvin, and Tate doesn't have to be a focal point. Tate can be you can grow with Tate, right? You can say, okay, hey, let Tate learn the position. All right, cool. Styles, if you got Styles, you have to get Styles in number 4 because the way Styles ran in the combine and what he did in the combine, he's not going past 4, okay? Right, so if you're going to pull the trigger on him, I pull the trigger on him because they are looking for a playmaking linebacker. And in a Robert Saleh defense, he has a playmaking linebacker. So can Cody Barton be that? And can what's Cedric his name? Cedric Gray. Can Cedric Gray? We know Cedric Gray can tackle, but he likes a pass coverage linebacker.
Exactly,
so,
like Fred wanted them dudes.
Exactly. So I wouldn't be surprised if he's in play, right? It wouldn't surprise me at all. So this is actually not a bad idea. Now go to Chris Bell and Ted Hurst. Ted Hurst had a good Senior Bowl. Ted Hurst had a real good Senior Bowl. Chris Bell, the only thing that's knocking him is his injury, but he reminds me of A.J. Brown, right? I'm not calling him A.J. Brown, but he reminds me of A.J. Brown. So, man, this is a good scenario, man. If it played out like that, I'm not mad. I'm not mad at all.
We got a super chat out there, Jacques. I think.
We do, man. There's a lot of questions coming in. Let's get to the super chat.
Okay.
So, K. Will, he says, if he hit draft Love, you get more media exposure.
Okay. K. Will, do.
Boom.
K. Will in the building early. K. Will, we appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
He is right. We do get more exposure. And I'm all right with that. Jacques, you know a little bit about me on how, like, I like a little flash, a little style, a little notoriety, a little bit of media coverage. Like, I think that's a big part of helping your team get better. When you're on TV and things like that, we got a new stadium, some new uniforms. You're in a popping city. You got a whole bunch going on, right? Highlight that. If you get a guy that can bring that to your team and he's good and you can win, I'll take that all day. Versus somebody that is not really in the mix as much. We're just playing kind of mid or whatever like that. Like, absolutely, if Jeremiah Love is added to this team with Cam Ward, our viewership is going to shoot up. You know what else shoots up? Our podcast. You dig what I'm saying? Because people are going to want to hear about Jeremiah Love and Cam Ward. You know what I mean? They're not going to care so much about maybe a Cornell Tate even. I don't think that would get as much notoriety unless Cornell Tate just balls out, right? Jeremiah Love, of everybody in this draft, I think it'd be 2 players in this draft that everyone's eyes are going to be, maybe 3. I'm going to say 3. 3 players I think everybody's eyes are going to be on is Francisco Mendoza. He's first pick of the draft. Jeremiah Love and Sonny Styles, because you never seen a 6'4" linebacker running a 4'3", a 4'4" linebacker, and it can jump a 46-inch vertical. That's insane. So I like Flash, bro. I mean, Jeremiah Love is a guy, when he runs the football, his cut moves are unbelievable. I mean, I think the concern I would have with Jeremiah Love is like, man, you can't be jumping over everybody, bro. He does that all the time. When DBs go low, he jumps over them. In the league, they're going to catch on to that. So be careful. He's flashy. Bijan's flashy. Jahmyr Gibbs is flashy. I like that.
He's very fluid, man. He's fluid, man. His hips are fluid. His feet are quick. He got quick feet, dog. Like his feet are quick. That's one thing I was like, man. And again, he's a playmaker, man. He can make you miss an open field.
That's right, bro.
That's why, again, I'm not mad at either one. So,
yeah.
All right, Andre comes. He finds a follow-up. He says, do Downs and Winston play the same position? Seems like having them both would be dangerous. Yes, they do. Caleb Downs is a little bit more of a playmaker than Kevin Winston, but he's a tackling machine. That joker will hit you in the face. Yes, they do. So if you were to draft a Caleb Williams, you telling Kevin you got to go to free, and Kevin is not a free safety.
Not a free safety. That's what he is right now, though. They got him in free right now.
Yeah, which is crazy. Which he's not a free safety. I'm like, if I don't know how you're gonna do that. My free safety need to damn near be okay. What a free safety is a cornerback that is not the fastest, but he's fast enough to be a playmaker. That's what a free safety is. Right. Your strong safety is a cornerback almost that was a linebacker.
Yep.
You know this, how you know this because you play strong.
Yep.
You play strong and they're a little bit heavier. So I can put them in a box. I can exchange them with linebackers. I know he's going to knock some heads. Like, there's always one strong safety that we had that I never forget. me and Hawk was watching this game. You know what I'm talking about, Hawk.
Yes.
You know what I'm talking about.
From the Jags.
Jonathan Cyprian.
Yes, Cyprian.
Cyprian will smack you in the face. He couldn't cover worth a damn, but he knocked out Travis Kelce in that playoff game we had.
Playoff game, yeah. That man was knocking out a lot of folks.
That's a strong safety. Dane Cruikshank is a tight. Joshua Williams, the one we just picked up from the Chiefs. You can move him to strong if you wanted to.
Yeah.
Just saying. So they play the same. They play the same position, if you would say that, but I'll say Downs is a little bit more of a playmaker than Kevin Winston.
Yeah, he is. No question about that.
Yeah. Titan underscore 7811 says, what's up, fellas? It's been a while since I called alive. My question is, if we get Love, can you see us trading back in the first for a wide receiver or get one in the second round? Tighten up, fellas. What you think?
Is if good scenario Love, can you see us trading back?
I can explain it. So say if we get Love and then we trade back into the first round to pick up a receiver, like a Mekhi Lemon or somebody I'm just throwing out there, or we get one in the second round. What you think?
Right. I think I'd be all right with that, getting a receiver in the second round. Yeah, absolutely. If we get Love or whatever, I don't think we have to trade up in the first to get a receiver. I think receivers will be there in the second round. I haven't seen a receiver that makes me be like, yeah, we got to get this guy. He's, Jordan Tyson might be one of those guys probably, but he has had some health issues. But I'm okay with if we draft Jeremiah Love, we ain't got to trade nothing. Stay at round 2 because we pick first in round 2. I think it's either first or third in round 2. Keep that spot and go get you a receiver. Yeah, I don't know what you think, Jacques.
I mean, you got the capital to do it, right? Because I think I sent it to you, Hawk. Let me see if I can find it. Because we pick first in the was it the third round we picked first?
Yeah, maybe so. But
that's what I'm trying to find. Here we go. I got it. So
all right.
Second round we picked 3. Third round we picked 2, and fourth round we picked 1. Right. So you have the draft capital to say, hey, we want to move up to get a receiver. Because we to be honest with you, we do need a receiver. I agree with this. And what is showing me, we're not picking up another receiver in free agency. So that tells me they're either comfortable with what we got or they're going after some more. Because right now we have Calvin, Wandale, DK, Ayo Manor, Bryce Oliver, and Restrepo. Right?
Yep.
So when I'm looking at that, I'm like, okay, I'm cool with the first 2. I'm cool with my X. I'm cool with my Y. But can Ayo Manor and them, are they really game breakers, right? They were. They tried.
Yeah.
Like they tried.
Backups,
they're good backups, right? To your point, they're good backups.
Bryce Oliver signed a contract today, an extension.
Yep.
Bryce Oliver did.
Yep. So
you got Mason Kinsey, Prochet, and then you got
that. And so do the new regime, and I hate to say that, but does the new coaching staff see Mason Kinsey as valuable? Do they see Restrepo as with value? Do they see those guys and say, okay, hey, let's get a little bit taller, right? Because right now we don't really have good height on our roster as well when it comes to receiver.
We don't.
So That's what I'm looking for too. Like
Yeah.
somebody that's a
We got a
playmaker.
go ahead. I said we had a super
No, we
chat.
do got a super chat. Hold
Yes,
on.
sir.
The official
Oh, we got two. We
8270.
got two super chats,
Damn,
actually.
okay. What? Won't love, but I think they go edge. But I don't know why they invest so much into the defense and free agency and take an edge at 4 after emphasizing we need help. We need to help Cam. Let's give him
All
that
right.
boom boom, and then we'll go to the next super chat.
The official TY. Do.
Boom.
The official TY in the building. Hey, we appreciate it.
Jake Young with 199. What's up, fellas? Long time no see. Give me love and KC.
Okay. All right. Jakeon. Do.
Boom.
Jakeon in the building. Jakeon, we appreciate it. What was the question on the first super chat? Was that a
So basically he's saying we've invested a lot in defense and free agency, specifically on the line.
Okay.
Taking edge at 4 after emphasizing we need to help Cam. So
yeah, okay. Kind of what we've been saying, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel
Yeah. Big Titan TV. What up, bro?
What
He
up?
says Tyson or Makai Lemon? What you think, Hawk?
I know Makai Lemon right now is healthy. Makai Lemon is a very good receiver. I'm not picking neither one of them at 4. So I'm gonna make that clear, right? So I think the only way we do that is we trade it down to get maybe a later pick in this draft in the first round. I like Jordan Tyson. Tyson has to be healthy. I know that's the issue. And you know, I don't want a young receiver already banged up, because in the NFL you play 10 to 12 games. In college you playing 17 in the pros, big guy. So you know, I think I like them both. I do. I based on this team, what we need, to your point, a taller receiver, things like that. Lemon is like 5'8", 5'9", like Wandale Robinson. They the same type of guy. We need something a little different. So I'm saying Jordan Tyson. What about you, Jock?
I think I've told you this before. If Tyson was healthy, Tyson would be the first receiver off the board. To me, it would be Jordan Tyson, just from his range, his catch radius, how he gets in and out of his breaks, how he's able to get off of his break, even with the late eyes. I mean, he has big hands. It's just the biggest knock to him, like you said, bro. He can't stay healthy, and in the NFL, it's a longer season. And it's just injuries linger. I think people don't understand with football players have no time to heal. Okay, you have no time to heal, and you have to take care of your body. And with him, to me, that's going to drop him in the draft. Makai Lemon's, they quote unquote interview that they said he had, that's going to probably drop him in the draft as well. If they're in the second round, I wouldn't hesitate on either one of them.
Me too.
If they drop to the second round, if Tyson's there and you feel like, hey, I got Calvin and I got Wandale, and I can kind of hold off on Tyson and just kind of let him chill a little bit, I'm cool with that. Right? I'm cool with that. If you want a Makai Lemon to come in right away, you're going to have some short receivers, but Makai Lemon is a dog. He's a dog. So, so real quick, I want to get back to Awkward. He says, if Reese falls to 4, is that a lock for Tennessee, even over Love? Hawk, is that a lock if Reese falls to 4?
No, it's not a lock. Because we already have, we just signed like 10 defensive linemen over the last 2 days, man. You know what I mean? So no, it's not a lock. You know, Arvell Reese is a very dynamic football player. But you invested in Oladejo in Femi last year, Femi Oladejo in round 2. And that's why, like, when we made that pick, I was like, man, that's a real key pick. He's got to pan out. You know what I mean? Like, I have a lot of eyes on the way he's going to play this season with Femi or whatever. And so because there's defensive ends out there that's ready, and he's got to be ready. And so I don't think it's a lot. No, I don't. It's a need. I'm not saying we don't need no defensive end. We don't need no Arvell Reese. We got other needs right now for pick 4, in my opinion. So what about you, Jock?
So with Reese, it's the same project, right? You're getting the same project from Femi, who was a stand-up linebacker, to hands in the dirt. And so Reese is the same style. You have to put his hands in the dirt. He'll have a learning curve, right? And you just can't speed rush around the corner. These offensive tackles in the NFL, and even the sorriest one can get you, right? Facts. And so I think if he falls, that doesn't change my draft position, because if that's the case, I'll get Styles over Reese.
That's right.
a true linebacker that I can be like, all right, cool.
Yeah.
I'm with you on the Femi thing. See, last year I had Femi going in the 4th round. That's why I thought his draft position, in my opinion,
Right.
was not the
Right.
2nd round. So
Yeah.
Femi, to me, like I'm like you, if somebody has to prove something, he has to prove it. If he wouldn't have got hurt, I think we could have got a big sample size. But with him getting hurt like that,
Right.
that hurts. It's like, okay, you were getting your pressure rate. I understand the pressure rate, but I need sacks.
Yeah. Right.
Right. I need
Right.
sacks. So
Yeah.
yeah, man, Reese is not a lock. I'm sorry. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Oh, Joe, yes, we will be downtown. Yes, sir.
Yep.
We
Yeah. At the
will
Pinnacle building. Yep.
yep,
We'll be there.
we will be there.
Now it's raining like cats and dogs out there right now. It's literally this window right here is raining like, damn, is this all right? Do I need to cut some lights off up in here? So
Right.
I'm hoping it's supposed to rain all week. So hopefully the rain, it is spring. So I get that. But hopefully
Yeah.
the rain will go down a little bit, man. Yeah,
I
we'll be
agree.
there.
It should tomorrow. We should be all right. Cause it says, what do you guys think about the Ravens backing out a Max Crosby trade to sign Trey Hendrickson? And do you think we target Max Crosby now? So shout out to Engraven. I know Engraven probably kicking and screaming right now.
Yeah.
If you don't know who Engraven, if you're new to the show, man, that's our guy, our Raven podcast buddy, man. Shout out to him.
Yep.
Hawk, what you think? What do you think about this whole debacle, man?
I think the Ravens are happy, bro.
Yeah.
I think if you ask me between Max Crosby and Trey Hendrickson, who's the better player, I'm going to tell you Trey Hendrickson every single time. Max Crosby might have the fame because, he's a flashy guy, played for the Raiders and those things. Trey Hendrickson played for the Bengals. Trey Hendrickson for 2 seasons in a row had 17 sacks per season. The year before they had 15 sacks. This guy is almost damn near have Hall of Fame numbers. That's how good Trey Hendrickson is. His sack numbers have always been number 2 behind either TJ Watt or Myles Garrett. Trey Hendrickson's always been like number 2 over like the last 3 or 4 seasons in quarterback sacks. So I just think that, the Ravens was like, look, dude, you ain't passed your physical, bro. What you been doing, dog? When you come into your physical, you're supposed to be in shape. It's not like he's a defensive tackle. He's a defensive end. You would think, man, he'd be in top shape. You would think in a contractual, you as a Raider wanting to leave, cool, but you got to do your part. People talk so much about, well, I want this. Okay, but hey, faith without works is dead, right? So, he wasn't ready. He failed his physical. I don't know what happened, but the Ravens was like, shoot, all right, we're going in, dog. Hey, Trey, hey, bro. Hey, dog, you want to play Cincinnati twice a year? I know you hated it there. They ain't treat you right. Come on through, bro. Hey, Ravens is straight. They straight. Ravens make moves, man. They good. What about you, Jock?
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense to them. And I think I want to say Trey Hendricks was set to sign with the Colts, but with all this happening, he backed out. And so if a team should be mad, it's the Colts. And like we talked about Trey, man. Trey's got good value. Trey's going to the Ravens, of course. He's familiar with the division. I would not touch Max Crosby with a stick right now. No, sir. I would not target Max Crosby. I'm cool. Especially with what just happened.
Yep.
I'm not giving up no draft capital. I'm not trading no players. So I'm cool on that.
Yeah, that's right, dog. That's right. That's right. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Chat is super great, super busy, man. Hey, we love the energy, y'all, that y'all bringing right now, man. Hey, shout out to everybody in the chat, man.
Man, how do you feel about UT's receiver Brazil, man?
Man, I'm gonna tell you this. I think Chris Brazzell just ended up making some more money for himself in the combine. You know what I mean? You look at a guy his size running a 4.4 at that size, bro, and his biggest. The biggest advantage that he has had is he's a great deep ball receiver. You know what I'm saying? Like he catches the football, and I think this is, I think Chris Brazzell could end up being in the second round. I think he has moved himself up in that space. I think maybe a late second round pick. If he's available in the third round, I'd entertain it. If we did not draft, even if we drafted a receiver already, I'd entertain that. I would. You, Jacques?
Yeah, I would entertain it. I'm with you. Like, I would look at if I'm getting a receiver, I'm looking at more of a playmaking receiver. So after the second round, you got KC Concepcion. I like him. I really do. I'm a fan of him. Again, somebody mentioned Chris Bell, which he's hurt right now, right?
Yeah.
And when I look at what they have, who's going to fall, and who up their stock, I think Cornell Tate, to be honest with you, he might fall out of the first round. I do not know why. I have a feeling that because of his 40 time, I think he might fall out of the fourth round. Then you got Omari Cooper. Now, thing about Omari is I think he's helped himself. I think he'll be a first round pick. But if he doesn't, I would entertain that. And you got a couple of receivers that I'm like, cool. But Chris, I think if we don't get him in the second round, he'll be gone by the second round, man. I just have a feeling he'll be gone by the second round. He'll go to a team like Buffalo or something crazy.
Right. Because he provides something other receivers in this draft class don't really have, and that's height. Most of these guys are small guys, right? And that's what helps Carnell Tate in a way, because he does have some height to him, about 6'2". But yeah, Brazel's 6'5".
Yeah. Denzel Boston got some height to him too. Denzel Boston is very interesting also. I can see Denzel Boston going to Tampa actually for some reason. I don't know why. Or Chris Brazel. Like, I can really see him going to Tampa too. This and Malachi Fields. Now, Malachi Fields, he's a funny receiver because he's one of those high point catch receivers too, and he's big.
Yes,
he's real big. So you got some. If it depends on what they're looking for when it comes to size. Now, with Chris, my thing with him is you will come into a receiving room where you have an opportunity, but he has to add to his route tree too, Hulk. I know he's a good deep ball catcher, but when I'm looking at my receiver, I like a full receiver that can run a full route tree. I think that even with DK doesn't run a full route tree, right? So they have to learn how to run that full route tree. So that's just my thoughts, my brother. My thoughts. Let's see. We got another question. If we get Love, are we dropping Spears or Pollard? What do you prefer? Ooh, Hulk.
It's a good question. This is what I think. If we get Love, that's crazy. If we get Love, that's fun. So I think if we was to drop anybody that'd be cut would be Tony Pollard. And I think we would trade Tajay Spears, but we could also trade Pollard. But it's based on his contract. I know Spears has one more year left in his contract. I think Pollard has one more or 2 more years in his contract. I don't know. That's a tough question. The practical place, that's a great question, because I would prefer to keep Tony Pollard because Tony Pollard is consistent. He's on the field. He's an every down back. I think Tajay Spears is a more talented back. I like Tajay Spears a lot. He just can't stay healthy. That's been his issue. And he's a dynamic back. And that would be a better combination between him and Jeremiah Love, Spears and Love. Like, that would be a great Tony Pollard and Love. I don't know. I think I'm going Tony Pollard. Who you?
Tony, because of his age. I mean, he's getting older. Tajay Spears still young. You can interchange them. Love is a mixture of both of them. So, like you said, he's an every down back. And then if I bring Tajay in, hopefully in a day ball system, is more cleaner for him to run, because when he has a cleaner pocket, Tajay be showing out. Right. And when you get him in space, he can really show out. So unfortunately, I like Tony. Tony's done some great things here, but I just think I don't know. I got a fun question. I'm probably gonna say.
Oh, my bad, Jacques. Go ahead.
Go.
I was gonna say shout out to LP, OG LP. Pierce in the building. What's going on, man? What's happening,
brother? What up?
What's up? Tighten up, man.
I got a fun show. Come here. I got a fun show. I got a fun question here, but I want to get to this question here. Is AJ Brown off the board
for the Titans?
Yeah.
Yes, he is, because New England is going to want a lot for AJ Brown. They're going to want 2 first-round picks. So the question I would ask you all, they want either a first round and a second round for AJ Brown, or 2 first-round picks. So I think that's the issue. Do y'all think, would y'all trade 2 first-round picks for AJ Brown? I mean, maybe some might. I wouldn't.
Hell no. I'm sorry. No.
I would love to have AJ Brown back here for sure. But New England why I'm saying New England. Like, I see somebody's comment, AJ to New England. I can see that. But Philadelphia would want 2 first-round picks.
So Philadelphia already said they wasn't gonna trade him.
Exactly.
Let's see here. How are we going to fix the interior offensive line? So, what up, LP? LP is in the building.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So, how are we gonna fix do you think that the interior needs to be fixed?
I think the interior is still. I think it's still open for discussion, if you ask me. I don't think we we good. So you look at Dan Moore. So if you all see the depth chart here, we got Dan Moore. He's going to be our left tackle. His contract says that he'll be there. No question about that. Peter Skoronski, who's our best offensive lineman, he ain't going nowhere. Peter Skoronski is going to be a Titan for a long time. He's straight. So I think the left side is good, okay? Center, to me, and right guard is the biggest questions. They're huge questions, humongous questions, if you ask me. I think Jackson Slater, I think he could vie out for one of these spots. Kevin Zeitler will only play probably one more year. He's in his 16th season. So Austin Schlottman from the New York Giants, a good pickup and things. I don't say it's a guarantee that he starts, but I think center and guard is where the biggest questions will be. J.C. Latham at right tackle. I think he'll be there. I think he'll be there for several years as well. That's only if we were to do a wild card and to get another right tackle and move J.C. Latham to guard. I mean, that is another opportunity maybe. But I think center and right guard, I think it's competition time, in my opinion. And then look at the backups. So, Corey Levin is no longer here, right? And so you have Udo, who's a good left tackle. Cordell Volson is a guy that we just signed. I got to do more research on him. Brandon Crenshaw Dickerson, he's all right. Blake Hance, it's all right. And Jackson Slater, they had, when I looked at it, they had him like as a backup as well. So I think you fix the line, you fix it by competing. You need a draft. I think you need a draft lineman. I don't know if we'll sign any more free agents. I think this year just try to make it work, and then next year maybe sign a guy. What about you, Jacques?
I think Jackson Slater going to have to slice his boots up. That's what they drafted him for.
That's
to
facts.
Get in there and either go in there and guard or center. And what he showed me that last game, he has potential.
Yep,
so
he does.
Rock with him. That's that. And I was thinking about that today. I was like, man, look, if they're not going to sign him, they're saying Jackson, you step up. They like what they see in him.
Yep.
And then the other two pickups that they pick, I heard they will compete. So again, I told you, I trust Dayball. If he's played in a Dayball system, something that the Giants didn't have a real big issue with was their offensive line. So I trust Dayball enough to say, okay, hey, these are fillers. I know they're probably going to draft a center or somebody that they see for sure. That when you let go of a center and you don't sign one in free agency, that tells me you about to draft one that you see in the draft that you, just like Jackson Slater, like, hey, you're going to grow with us. You young. Get in there, do what you got to do. So instead of you always, when I say this, I look at football, me and you look at it the same, right, Hawk? Like, hey, you got to get your reps. You get your reps. Football is, and I think sports period is just about repetition. So put Jackson Slater out there, see what he can do. And I'm gonna tell you,
and me both are high on Jackson Slater.
We are. I mean, I like Jackson. I've liked him when we drafted him. I was like, Jackson is a dog, bro. He can turn into a Ben Jones if you give him a shot.
Agreed. Give him a shot.
I'm
almost to a point to just throw him out there. I don't give a crap.
Thank you.
Go start. Just go.
Actually, I wish they would. They did him a disservice. They should have threw him out there earlier. I know Zeitler was doing his thing, but if you knew Cushionberry was hurt and you knew you weren't going to sign Corey Levin, give him a shot.
Yeah.
Give him a shot. Let him rock. Let him rock. So, man, I'm high on Jackson, man. And I think the Titans are too. Let him rock. So, in center, I'll tell you about center. Center is a position on that offensive line that is, I'm not going to say it's the easiest position on that offensive line to play.
Yeah.
But it damn near is. Like, if I look at the hardest position to play, it's left tackle.
Right. Exactly.
That's a hard position to play. You got to be athletic. But center and guard, man, I can plug me. Look at Aaron Brewer. I'm gonna use him for example. All Titans fans would be like, he's trash. He's
garbage.
Trash.
He's 220 pounds.
He's too short. He's too short. Man, that joke is one of the best centers in the league.
He really is.
So change your perspective, do your own homework, and stop sometimes listening to people. I'm just gonna throw that there.
That's right.
I'm gonna throw that there. Somebody asked, would you give Diggs a 1-year deal? I got my answer.
Go for it.
Hell no.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
All right.
No.
All right.
I would not. I don't like Diggs is a talented receiver, but the drama and the antics, that doesn't fit the Titans culture right now.
Yes, sir.
And we're not mature. We're not a mature enough team to handle that right now. See, Vrabel is mature enough to handle that, right?
Yeah.
Right now, I feel like the Titans are building something, and I don't think we need any distractions. So for me, no. What about you, Hawk?
As of today, no. But if everything works out legally, I would sign him for a 1-year deal. A 1-year deal. Only to help Cam Ward, right? To get Cam Ward a guy that he can get, a guy that will be wide receiver 1 as soon as he steps onto the field. Get him, to give him an opportunity to get the ball. To your point, he brings a lot of drama. I totally agree with that. I do. But we're saying 1 year, right? A 1-year deal. And we got to get the legal stuff. So my answer is no. Until the legal stuff starts to work. And I think that's why he ain't been signed yet.
Right.
Stephon Diggs is a hell of a receiver, man.
He
arguably is the best receiver in the free agency market right now. He's got some age on him, 32. 30. He's 30. So, but we'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Phoenix asks, do y'all think we cut Ridley? And if we do, who would y'all sign to replace him? Hawk, do you foresee us cutting Ridley for training camp?
Yeah. If we cut Calvin Ridley, there's still a few receivers out there. Hey, we just spoke upon Stephon Diggs. You got Jawan Jennings out there still.
Tyreek Hill.
Tyreek Hill, but he's hurt. I don't think.
I know.
Yeah. I don't think he'd be ready for the season. I don't think. That man broke his leg, kneecap, and his ear, bro. He got hurt, bro. Brandon Ayuk out there. The Titans might cut some players. They might, but we don't know because this is a new regime. And to your point, it depends on Barganzi. Barganzi did not bring in Calvin Ridley. He did not bring in L'Jarius Sneed. You know what I mean? So he helped to bring L'Jarius Sneed here. You know what I'm saying? He might have finessed a little here, one or two. But I think I hope we don't cut Calvin Ridley. Right. But I wouldn't be surprised if we did.
Right.
What do you think, Jacques?
At first, I was like, cut him. But I'm okay with keeping him. If we kept him, I'm not mad.
Right.
But if we cut him, I understand. And that tells me that they see somebody in the draft.
Yes, sir.
Or they okay with what Ayo Manor and DK were able to do. So they feel like Dayball's like, you know what? I can develop them into receivers.
Yes, sir.
Or Dayball might see somebody in the draft that he's like, I like him.
Yeah.
Get rid of him, bring him in. He fits my system, right?
Yes,
so I say this: trust what Dayball is doing because he's proven. He's a proven OC.
Yeah.
If he stays, he stays.
That's right.
If he goes,
that's right.
He goes. Now, follow-up question: Ayuk and Juwan are free agents. Which one would you prefer to sign?
Jawan Jennings.
Okay.
I think it's a two-sided question. Yeah. Brandon Ayuk will be a one-year deal because it'd be more like, man, what have you been doing, bro? All right, we need to see. First, I ain't even seen you, bro. I don't even know where you at. So we're gonna sign it be like a one-year deal. Jawan Jennings will probably be like a 3-year deal. So I think that's kind of why I'm leaning towards. And then Jawan Jennings is from here in Murfreesboro. He'll be back home. I'm sure he like that as well. But I would sign Jawan Jennings. Jawan Jennings last year, bro. I think he only like 50-something catches. He had like 10 touchdowns. I'm like, this guy. 9 or 10 touchdowns. Like he's a very secure receiver. He pisses people off. He plays with an edge about him. What about you, Jacques?
And I will go J1, man, because Jawan has basically shown what he was able to do last year. Ayuk is another shot himself in the foot with all that drama that he had in San Francisco.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah.
I don't know if I can take that again if something happens here again, right?
Thanks,
and so out of both of their game, though, Ayuk is the better receiver, in my opinion.
Yeah,
he's the more productive receiver, but at the same time, when you take that year off, we have a problem, right?
Yes,
so Jawan for sure, man. And I know Jawan will want to come home like Alante wanted to come home, right?
Right.
And so again, sometimes when you see receivers not signed yet, they got teams that see maybe they want to go younger. They see something in the draft, or it's a scheme fit, right? I think everybody. So people got to learn this about football. Football is about scheme. Do you fit my system, right?
Right.
Can y'all plug and play you in my system? And Robert Saleh probably is pitching it like, hey, Jawan Cole, but the Dayball is like, he don't fit my system, right? I need him to do A, B, C, and D. So give me Jawan, but I think Ayuk is the better overall receiver that you can definitely get.
Great questions, y'all.
Yeah,
active.
Exactly.
As they say in California, Cali is active. The chat is active. It's active, like for real.
Yeah. Ocho says she would try to sign Joey Bosa or Bobby Wagner.
I'm surprised that Bosa is still available, honestly. Even with Bobby Wagner. Bobby Wagner's a Hall of Fame linebacker. You know what I mean? Yeah. And we got the money. Why not? Right. I mean, figure it out. I would probably go Wagner over Bosa. And I know people might disagree with that, but I think right now we have so many defensive linemen. I'm not saying we set. I'm not saying that. But I am saying that, like, I think it'd be more opportunities for Bobby Wagner. But, they probably just do like a one-year deal for him. And, if we don't sign either one of them, it's all right. But right. I wouldn't be like, we should go sign Joey Bosa and Bobby Wagner. I'm not on that or whatever. Right. You, Jacques?
I mean, if I wanted depth, Bobby for sure. I think Joey, the production there is, and I think teams on this trend of where they want to get younger, and you get players like them, like these two that have had success in the league, but couldn't be consistent. Right, the injuries got them. They kind of fell off, and so I know Joey played. I think the last stint was with the Bills. I think.
Yep, the Bills.
And
Yep.
so even with the Bills, he wasn't as consistent as he used to
Facts.
be, right?
Facts.
And so when I'm looking at Joey, I'm like, well, if I sign you, you're just gonna be more of a depth player that we can plug
Yep.
and play, like a Chase Young, right? Chase
Yep.
has done his thing with the Saints. He's
Solomon
kind of
Thomas is the same way too.
it's exactly Solomon is the same way. So you're just getting them to say, okay, hey, you'll be here a year just to get the young bull up to speed, right? Or
Right.
mentor the young bulls to say, hey, y'all good. I'm gonna make sure this is how you be a pro. So
Yep.
again, for a cheap price, maybe, yeah, if we need the depth. Bobby, I think, is a lot more proven and he's been
Yep.
more consistent. He's just older,
Oh
right?
yeah.
Yeah, Bobby's just older, but I would, if we needed him, yeah, I would.
Bobby Wagner
for
had a
sure.
good year last year with Washington. Bobby
He
Wagner
did.
is still out there performing.
He's
He
still,
is-
but how old is he?
He might be in his mid-30s probably
About
because
my
he was with
age.
Legion of Boom. Like he's a
Yeah,
go look if folks want to know. Go look at his stats. He's a Hall
man,
of
Bobby
Famer.
Cole, bro.
He's a Hall of Famer.
Like Bobby
He's a Hall of.
Wagner.
This
Bobby,
man had led the league in tackles
Yeah.
like 5 years in a row. That's Hall of Fame stuff.
hey, mid-30s, about 35. Yeah,
Yep. Mhm.
yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
He's been around
Yeah.
a long time from Utah State. Been around a
Yep.
long time.
Old
Yeah.
Bobby, man. Yeah, he's 35.
35.
So, I mean,
I hit it right on the dot, didn't it? 35.
Yep,
Yeah.
35. Yep, he's
Yep.
35. So shout out to
Yep.
Bobby, man. Like I said, out of both of them, I definitely pick up Bobby.
Yeah.
Let's see. What players do you think are most likely to make a leap in production unlock? I see Winston getting a couple
Okay.
INTs this year. Who do you think that second year player that you could see taking that next step? Players, you can give player, don't matter.
Yeah. I see Gunnar Helm. And even by default, he's gonna be playing more than he did last year, right? On the field, right? And so Cam Ward trusts Gunnar Helm. And I said that when I saw them in practice preseason and things. I said Cam Ward trusts only a few players that I saw consistently. Calvin Ridley was one until Calvin Ridley started having drop-itis, right? But Gunnar Helm was a guy that he trusted even when Chig was on the field. And Chig got his share of catches for sure. But at times I would think, like, I would see Gunnar Helm double team. He still was throwing it to Gunnar Helm. And Gunnar Helm was making catches. So I think Gunnar Helm, based on volume, he's going to get a lot more opportunities. And I think you're going to see him really step up and things like that. So I'm going to say Gunnar Helm. What about you, Jacques?
Man, I swear to God, I didn't play this, but I'm saying Gunnar Helm as well.
Yes, sir.
And I just from the production, what he's been able to do, he stayed healthy.
Yeah.
And again, Chig took most of those reps. He did. But now Gunnar and Dillinger really gets to eat. But I think Gunnar will be the most primary. And I think Dayball will know how to use. Not saying the last regime didn't know how to use him, but I think Dayball will definitely know how to use him. So Gunnar, I'm looking at Gunnar to really take that next step, dog. Like he's really gonna get cracked.
I'm open Gunnar this offseason, man. Hey, I know you working out and everything. Be ready, bro. It's a different year next year, dog.
Yeah.
For real.
Yeah.
You are TE1. Be ready.
Yep. So, Hawk, I want to get to this question. I know we about to wrap up here soon. Could you rank our top fastest players in history? Now, are you talking about, because let me ask you this. Are you talking about in the NFL or are you talking about the Titans?
When I'm seeing the word hour, I'm thinking Titan. Now, Cozell 18, you can correct us if you want.
Please.
Top 5 fastest players on the Titan. Chris Johnson's one. Duh.
Yeah.
Duh.
Yeah.
Duh.
Yeah.
Duh. Chris Johnson, for sure.
Yeah.
There was a guy many years ago that used to play when he was with the Oilers. He was a corner. Darrell Lewis was very fast, a corner, very fast. It's Chris Johnson, no question. It's not even close. I'm gonna think Titans that people will remember. Derek Mason was fast. I think he was more shifty than say speed. He had speed. I'm trying to think. Tyrone Calico was fast.
He ran like a 4.3.
My former college teammate ran a 4.3 at 6'5". Calico was fast. Pac-Man Jones had speed.
Yep. Pac.
Javon Curse had speed.
Yeah.
We're missing somebody. Y'all trying to think of You remember Chris Henry, the running back that we had?
I do remember Chris Henry.
He ran like a 4.3 out
there. He was fast.
He was fast.
Chris Henry was fast. He was fast too.
Hey, Jonnu Smith is fast.
Yeah, Jonnu. Derek was low key fast.
Yes, yes, the king. Yes,
the king. Yeah,
yes,
yeah. Derek was
Khalif
nice.
Raymond out there. Khalif Raymond signed another contract. Ain't that good stuff, Khalif Raymond?
Khalif, man, I'm proud of Khalif.
Yeah, hey, things went in Washington. Yeah. Tajay Sharp. Sharp have speed. Okay. We're not saying a lot of players, y'all. That means we hadn't had a lot of speed here.
We ain't had speed like that. We ain't had speed like that. Like to your point, I would say Chris Johnson for sure. Like Chris Johnson. I would put behind him if I had to look at it. Yeah. I would say Eddie. I mean, not Eddie. Derek. Derek for sure. Especially if I'm looking at straight line speed. If I can't catch you, Derek was sneaky fast. He was a build up guy. He was a build up guy. He can build up and go. Samari Rolle was pretty fast too.
Samari Rolle was fast. Oh, went to the Bears. My bad. Khalif Raymond went to the Bears. My mistake. Right. Yeah. Samari Rolle did have speed. He did. Yeah. He did. Also, man said Tajay Spears, Nate Washington, T-Town Brown. Nate Washington I think, had more speed when he was with Pittsburgh and became more. I think Nate Washington was very, very underrated here. When we talk about receivers, Nate Washington was very productive here.
Yes, he was.
Yeah, so, okay.
Kendall Wright, he had.
Chris Sanders, yes.
Yeah, Chris
Derek
Sanders.
Penny, yes. Chris Sanders had speed.
He did.
He was a track guy at Ohio State.
He was.
Yes. Yep. I know Chris Sanders, by the way. Yes. He's got speed.
Yeah.
Facts.
KD wasn't bad either, man. Shout out to my guy KD.
Yeah. But we can't forget Pac-Man now. You know,
yeah,
Pac was unbelievable.
Pac's third on my list, actually.
I hear you, bro.
Third on my list. Yeah, he's third on my list. Pac was shifty. Now, the first time I saw Pac was when he used to return punts, and I was like, man, what the hell? Yeah. Damian Williams was pretty fast.
Yeah. So, but I still don't think we've had a lot when you look at what we've just said, except for
we haven't,
right? Well, and Derek Henry had speed. Yeah.
To your point, we haven't had a lot.
Like Blazers, Point is, Cozell 18. We need speed. Agreed, sir or ma'am.
Yep. Yeah. Well, hey, what have I been saying for years, Hope? Speed.
Jeremiah Love. We want speed. Yep. Jeremiah Love will be there.
Yep.
Shout out to my boy at Brett Mav. Y'all can follow him on Twitter. He said one of the funniest things. He said, man, go take that draft card up there, man. Hey, go get your Derrick Henry. Go get your Eddie George. Go ahead and make that happen, bro. Let's quit playing around and go get your speed. Go get some speed out there. Go get Jeremiah Love. Go get him. Quit playing, right?
Yep.
You know who else was fast?
Mm-hmm.
Marcus Mariota, bro.
Marcus was fast. Marcus was fast. Marcus was low key. Like when you get him in straight line speed, you can't catch Marcus.
He's gone.
You can't catch him. You can't catch him. That was his bread and butter. Until he got hurt and broke his leg. But other than that, no. Before he broke his leg, man, Marcus was on fire, bro.
Yeah, he was.
He was on fire.
He was.
Yeah.
So we'll go a few more questions. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. We appreciate all y'all rocking with us, man. You know what I mean? Hey, for real, man. Having fun as always. And I'm trying to rock this hat because again, this is going after tomorrow. This is a throwback, bro. Just like my throwback jersey. It's throwback, bro. We got to change our logo on our back screen and everything.
Man, we do, don't we?
Yeah, man, it's crazy, bro.
We do.
Yeah,
we do.
Yeah.
He said Cam is fast. Cam is like Patrick Mahomes. They are deceptive. Like I man, if I was playing DB Brown, I'd smack the hell out of both of them. But at the same time, you can't do that. So they know that Courtney Finnegan was pretty fast too. For a DB. He was. He was underrated, man. He was very underrated.
Javon Kearse had speed. You know,
JV did.
You ready? You ready, Jacques? Randy Moss.
You don't even do that, Hawk. Don't even do that.
Yeah.
Don't even do that. Don't even count,
yeah,
bro.
Randy Moss. Did we forget?
Yeah. Mike. So shout out to my guy, Mike, man. Mike, that's my guy. But Griff didn't have speed like that.
I don't think
Griff was Yeah,
Not
Griff
a
was
burner.
cool.
Yeah. He had
Yeah,
hands though, bro.
he sure did.
He had
He
hands.
sure did.
You throw it in
You
his
throw it
space.
Griff way, Griff gonna catch it.
Yep. Like Byard. You throw it in his
Yep.
space. Shamir DK is fast.
Yep. DK,
Okay.
DK, yep, DK,
That's
DK.
true. That's true.
Yep.
That's
DK,
true.
because DK technically did run a 4.3, and what he's
Yeah.
been able to do,
He
he's
did run a
deceptively
4.3.
fast. I wonder
Tighten
if
South.
DK ran track. Did DK run track?
Probably.
You can,
Tighten South.
yeah,
That's a good one, dog. How do we forget that? Forgot.
yeah.
Yes. He's all pro. He's all pro kickoff returner, bro. That says a lot.
Yes, he is. TT.
Yeah.
He said, "Would y'all consider trading back with the Chiefs for 9 and 29?" Hell yeah,
Yes.
they can have that 4th pick. Yeah. You
Absolutely.
want it? You can have it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you can have it.
Yes.
You want it?
Yes.
Yeah, you can have it. Yeah,
Yes.
There you go. There you go.
Yep.
There you go.
Yep. The answer is yes, T-Town Brown. Yes.
Yep. Lindell was low-key fast. He said, "Who was the best free agent to come from Coach Sala and Dayball?" Shit, that's a good question. Dang.
I like John Franklin Myers, bro. That's my favorite.
I told you that was mine. Yeah,
Yep.
John, bro.
Yep.
That pickup is underrated, dog. Like seriously, it's hella underrated. Like I don't think y'all are realizing that them two on the same defensive line is some scary stuff. Okay, that is some scary stuff. Like Jeff should be ecstatic right now. Like literally, he should be ecstatic.
Yep.
The Titans, I think the Titans have set themselves up to where the D line is the strongest, the secondary is the second strongest, and your linebackers are okay.
Right.
But they're still saying that's still good because of what Cedric Gray was able to do, right? I think to me, out of this whole bunch, and I'm not knocking Cody Barton, but I think he's the weakest link on his defense. Just in my opinion, I think you could upgrade him. Just in my opinion.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I don't know. I like Cody. Don't get me wrong, but I think you can really upgrade the. And this what's crazy is JFM and Jeffrey are almost like identical, dude.
Yeah.
Damn, yeah. Look alike. And if you go back and look at Denver's defense, man, that Joker was a dog on that D line.
He was a dog. I was like, golly, man. Yeah, and when we signed him, I was like, wow, we got him.
Yeah.
And even when he played with the Jets, remember I was telling you, I said, I think I remember him wearing 91. That's what he was wearing with the Jets with Robert Saleh.
Yeah.
In that game that I saw in New York when they played the Titans. And I've never seen Derrick Henry that frustrated. Man, he's one of the main reasons why. Derrick Henry couldn't they couldn't do nothing. They was popping them all over. It's just like, wow.
What is one guy in the draft that you think is underrated the Titans could draft? Do you have any I guess what they call them, diamonds in the rough?
I think it's Ruben Bain. And I think that, I saw somebody in the comment section say, Hawk, I thought you wanted Ruben Bain on our team. So I'd say this. Our minds can change, right? Over time, right? And we even preface that and say, look, I'm telling y'all this is what I feel today. Tomorrow could be totally different. Really based on how the team shifts and things like that, right? Trades, how they're doing a combine, you do more research and things like that. But I think Ruben Bain is very underrated. And I think if Ruben Bain got picked at 4, I think the world will be kind of shocked, in my opinion. But I do think as well, I saw highlights of him today. Did you see his pro day that he had today, Jacques? Unfreaking believable. It was on ESPN and everything. Ruben Bain was moving. And what was impressive to me about Ruben Bain is when he ran around the bend and how low he got, right? It was so smooth where the big, like the dummies that he was hitting around didn't even get touched.
Right.
He was going around the bend. I was like, wow. So it's Ruben Bain, because I know they talk a lot about his arms and all that stuff or whatever, and I get that. You got to look at everything when you're picking 4. You got to look at everything. But I think Ruben Bain could go somewhere and cause havoc. I'd be like, man, he could have been picked a lot higher. I think it's Ruben Bain. You, Jacques?
Man, I got two. I think there's 2 players in this draft that are underrated. And I don't know if one of them fits the system, but I'm going first on the wide receiver position. I mentioned him earlier, Omar Cooper. Now, again, I don't know if Omar will come out the first round, but Omar, I like him. He's a receiver that I can see that in time can be a legit starter in this league and probably somebody's ex. Now, I'm not saying if the Titans get him, but be on the radar. And then, and I'm going DB, man. It's just wild. And he's gonna be like, what? It's his teammate, bro. Pons.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you about Pons, brother, that I like. He's a very feisty technical corner, right?
Yes, sir.
He's not the biggest corner because I think that joker's about 5'9", freaking 182. D'Angelo, man, he is a sneaky diamond in the rough corner that I can see in this league that's gonna win with technique, not size, but technique. And he's tough, and he got that dog in him. And I think if the Titans say if he's there like in the 3rd or 4th round, I can see the Titans say, you know what? We got size already. I need a little dog that can play that slot, especially if we get rid of L'Jarius Sneed, right? We get rid of L'Jarius Sneed, I can put him in the slot and say, hold that down. And that's his position of that's his bread and butter. So those two players I feel like are low-key players that are underrated. I think Omar is getting a lot more love than Pons. D'Angelo is flying under the radar. And when I see how smooth he is, dog.
Yes, sir.
Dog.
Yeah.
Dog.
Yeah. I feel you, bro. I'm trying to find highlights of these jokers too, man. Like, I'm trying to see if I see anything. Yeah, but no, I feel you 100%, brother.
Yeah. So he said, also said, y'all got season tickets to the new stadium? Gotta go to some games before they knock the old stadium down.
Go for it, Jacques. Go for it, Jacques.
Yes, I am a season ticket holder. Yes, I did get tickets to the new stadium. So, Ocho, I don't know if you've seen my video, but I did get to tour the new stadium. I did. That thing is actually coming together very well. And if you are in town, if you are in the city, man, go to the Titans house. Go consider it. They still got 400 bowl level seats and everything. But yes, I'm a season ticket holder in the old joint. And I'm gonna be a founder in the new joint. So sign my name on that wall, and we get the crack. So yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
And I'll definitely be going to some games as I always do. So yeah, the answer is absolutely yes, for sure. Yep. Somebody say Carnell Tate is being underrated. I could see that too.
Yeah. Because
Leon
it's 40 times.
LeRon Ingram. Sorry. Yes, agreed.
Yeah.
Totally agree with that. Absolutely agree with that, bro. For real. Yep. Yeah. So, all right, cool. I guess we got one more question.
Oh, so look, cause when is our draft show? When do we have it? We have it like a day before the draft. Is it day before the draft?
Day before the draft.
Day before the draft. Put your pencils and papers in. That's a fun show. Y'all. It is a fun show. It's a fun show.
Day before the draft, because we ain't trying to be, like a week or so and to get your mind trying. We try to right at the moment. We want to let y'all know this is exactly what we said. You know what I mean?
Yep. And funny, if you're new to the show, which we do have some new people, me and Hawk have hit in the last 4 drafts. We have hit on 1 or 2 picks that the Titans have drafted. Facts. So it's remarkable to see how this stuff plays out, man. Like, it's crazy.
It is.
Johnny says, are there any big names you think the Titans will pick up that's left in the free agency?
I do.
Talk to me.
I don't know of names, but I do think I think the Titans aren't done yet. I do think that I could see us maybe picking up 2 more players. I wouldn't be surprised if we pick up a receiver. You know what I'm saying? Maybe a wide receiver and an offensive lineman. So I don't just say have a favorite name, but I do think that Jawan Jennings, I'm gonna throw that name out there. I think Jawan Jennings would be an interesting situation. I think I'm surprised he ain't been picked up yet. I think him for sure. And I'd have to go back and look at the offensive linemen that are available just from a depth standpoint. But yes, I do. And I think a wild card will be a linebacker. So yes. What about you, Jacques?
That's me. I think a linebacker for sure. But I got to go back and see who's left on the linebackers. But and then, like you said, receiver wise, if they're trying to figure out what they're going to do with Calvin, I think that's the biggest thing. I think that's what they're trying to figure out they're going to do with Calvin.
Yes, sir.
I don't know. So,
yeah.
Facts, sound like Skip Bayless is kind of ticked off about the Solomon Thomas trade. He's not happy.
Yeah, for a 7th round pick, for a former 3rd pick in the draft. He won the Walter Payton Award for the Cowboys too last year.
Yeah. Do y'all think there'll be any big surprises coming? Either trade. Now, maybe a trade. We just had a big trade. Matter of fact, we just had a trade. So the Titans got the draft capital to do it. If they see a linebacker out there that they want,
yeah,
maybe.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Yeah,
it all depends.
we see. We shall see.
Hey, right. Hold on. Are they revealing the Titans uniforms today or tomorrow?
It's supposed to be tomorrow.
Okay, I'm looking to see
because I see somebody else at 9:30 EST. Is that? Hold up, y'all. Let's see. We looking right now. Yeah, it's tomorrow. Okay, unless Roddy's just saying, man, look, in Nashville tonight. Hold up. We know it's tomorrow. We're going to the reveal tomorrow, unless they done changed gears.
I'm looking.
Or is T-Minus he's just saying he just said, man, hey, T, we about ready. Not like literally in 10 minutes. Yeah. It's for sure tomorrow. It's tomorrow, man. Yeah. It's tomorrow. It's tomorrow.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, he's just joking. He was joking.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was like, hold on. I thought it was tomorrow.
Right. Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. So, all right, cool. All right, well, folks. Well, listen. We want to say thank you all for joining the show today. Yeah, straight up trolling, Ultraman. Yeah, we got catfished. And I figured for a second, and then I saw somebody put time on it. I said, hold up now. You're right. All right. So, well, Roddy, if that's the case, then hey, throw the link, pause in the comment section. All right. So shout out to everybody, man, that watched the show. You know what I mean? Hey, listen, we have fun as we always do. Absolutely. If you have not followed us on Bleacher Report, do that today, man. Our Bleacher Report podcast is blowing up, folks. We got 360,000 people that are on our Titans, on the Titans Bleacher Report. Download the app, updates when trades happen, those things happen. Bleacher Report, we let you know right then and there. As well as, of course, follow us here on YouTube. We appreciate y'all as always, man. Definitely follow us here as always. Our podcast, we're on Apple as well. We're on Spotify. We're on Instagram. We're on TikTok. We have content every day. We got something out there. You see these faces every day when it comes to the Titans. So we putting in work. We appreciate y'all supporting us, man. We love all y'all and everything. And again, hey, we appreciate everybody rocking with us, man.
And when y'all do follow those entities, man, cut your notification bells on and let you know when we go live. We post any new content. And again, I say this every show, man. Hey, we appreciate y'all for rocking with us. As long as y'all been rocking with us, man, we try to get to every comment that we can get to answer any question. Without y'all, we wouldn't be here. So we appreciate the support, the love, and everything, man. And we're going to keep pushing. We're going to keep bringing it. And we're going to keep bringing the boom, the facts, no paper. We're going to keep bringing all that. It's good to see some old faces, and it's welcome to the new faces as well. So appreciate y'all rocking with us. And I say every show, Hawk, man, go ahead and take us home, brother, so we can get up out of here and get some dinner, dog.
Yes, sir. But y'all, for those that didn't get to see our QB1 throw earlier, hey, I'm gonna show that clip one more time. You know what I mean? Y'all want to see your QB throw for about 15 seconds, man. I'm gonna show y'all a little something real quick. To select quarterback athletics. So, as we always say and as we always do, folks, facts,
no paper.
Tennessee Titans Weekly, we carry the rock, but being the best podcast with Huff and Jock. We cover the Titans early in the morning or later, with everything you need, spitting facts and on paper. From the Music City, born and raised, we reppin'. The city and the state of Tennessee, we steppin'. Our fans enjoy, they say they'll enlighten us. Let's go Titans fans and tighten up. Welcome to your favorite Tennessee Titans podcast. We're here to be the best and never last. Hawk and Jock, what's the plot? To make the Super Bowl, or can we win or not? Welcome to your favorite Tennessee Titans podcast. We give you news and perspectives and do it fast. When you see our shows, tell us what's up. Let's get this win and go home and tighten up. We are the best in the game and it shows. Let's go Tennessee Titans, let's put some more. Nashville is our home, but Tennessee is our state. Let's beat every team down, set, hut, break. Tennessee Titans Weekly, we carry the rock. of being the best podcast with Hawk and Jock. We cover the Titans early in the morning or later. But everything you need, statement facts, no paper. From the Music City, born and raised, we reppin'. The city and the state of Tennessee, we steppin'. Our fans enjoy, they say to enlighten us. Let's go Titans fans and tighten up. Welcome to your favorite Tennessee Titans podcast. We're here to be the best and never last. Hawk and Jock, what's the plot? To make the Super Bowl, or can we win or not? Welcome to your favorite Tennessee Titans podcast. Giving music perspectives and do it fast. When you see our shows, tell us what's up. Let's get this win and go home and tighten up.